This video is all about how to plan a trip and some tips for Spiti. Hey guys, I'm Nilanjana and welcome to my channel. I thought of quickly coming here and saying hello to you all, and also I thought I should quickly make a video answering so many questions that I've got from you all about planning a trip to Spiti for when the situation eases out and when we can travel again. First and foremost, thank you so much for giving so much of love and support to the Spiti series. I am so happy that you have enjoyed the content that I made, and there would be such noise in the background, so please excuse it for this video. So as all of you know, Spiti Valley is northeastern part of Himachal Pradesh, borders Tibet and Ladakh. It is a high altitude cold mountain desert, and topographically it is continuation of the highest landmass on earth, which is the Tibetan Plateau. Currently, Kaza is the subdivisional headquarters. Considering the fact that it is such a high altitude area, the temperature in the winter reaches -40 and the warmest day in the year would be 14 degrees in the daytime. We'll be traveling in an altitude between 3,800 meters to 4,800 meters above sea level. So that's the kind of high altitude we are talking about. But Spiti is open the entire year round. June to September are primarily the months when people prefer traveling to this region, because these are comparatively warmer months. These are also the months when you can enter Spiti from the Manali side as well as Shimla side. And the entire infrastructure, all the camps in Chandratal, even in Nako, are operational. But it is really a personal choice as to when you want to go to Spiti, because Spiti is a very different looking region in different seasons. Like the rivers are also of different color in different seasons, and it is beautiful throughout the year. You can refer to AccuWeather to check the kind of temperature that year will see and figure out for yourself as to when you would like to go. For the benefit of those of you who do not know, from the months of June to October, you can travel to Spiti region both from Manali side and Shimla side, which are opposite entry points to travel into Spiti. Manali side is a shorter route and Shimla side is a longer route in terms of kilometers. I would advise you, especially if you're going for the first time, to travel from Shimla, as you gain altitude much more gradually than from Manali to Kaza, when you immediately within few hours reach Kunzumla Pass, which is the highest point of Spiti Valley region. So it really is a personal choice and a personal preference. There are a lot of travel companies which take small groups through the valley, and they are pretty well organized, but you will have more independence to explore the area if you're going on your own or in your own private little group. I would say that you can fly down to Manali or you can fly down to Chandigarh. You can also take a train to Chandigarh and then pick up your rentals or hire a taxi, or even take a Himachal tourism bus to reach your choice of entry point to the valley. For people who like traveling in smaller budgets and who are backpackers essentially, they can also take a state-run bus from Rikongpio to Kaza or from Manali to Kaza, which are easily available. However, you will have to check the local bus stops for the timing. We decided to take the Himachal tourism bus from Delhi, and we reached Shimla, where we already had our taxi and the driver waiting for us. You can hire a bike or a car or a taxi from Chandigarh, Shimla or Manali, and you can also hire a bike directly from Kaza to explore the valley. The cost of the bike usually is anywhere between 1,000 rupees to 1,500 every day, wherein you will have to pay separately for the petrol. The cost of a taxi is anywhere between 3,800 to 4,500 rupees per day with petrol. One piece of advice I would definitely want to give you is to ensure that you check your vehicle and the taxi thoroughly for having no defect in them and for a complete paperwork. Because in case you've hired a taxi or a car or a bike which is defective, you will have to make do with it irrespective of the defect in the entire trip. We had a defected boot. Because of that, a lot of dust could enter our car and it made it a little difficult for us. So these are little things that you should take care of. Well, an Indian citizen does not require any permit to travel around in the valley. But if you are a foreign national and you want to explore the area between Kongpio and Tabo, then you will need inner line permit or a protected area permit. You can easily get that from the DM's office in Shimla and from the additional commissioner's office in Kaza. Well, quite frankly, for an area like Spiti, the road conditions are pretty damn good. BRO is doing a brilliant job making and maintaining the roads in the border area. But there will be stretches when you will be off-roading, driving on boulders, especially after the Batil area when you're reaching Rohtang Pass. That's going to be particularly a roller coaster. I would say if you want to keep your itinerary super packed and super busy and you're traveling from the Manali side, then 5 days should be enough. But otherwise, if you want to space out your itinerary and enjoy your road trip and you want to take the Shimla route, a minimum of 7 to 8 days is something that you require. So if you're someone who likes experiencing homestay, then Spiti Valley has a lot of homestays to offer you. Do check the HP tourism site. If you want to stay in monasteries, you also have that option. Otherwise, in the months of June through October, you have some amazing hotels and also camps available to stay in. My personal recommendation is Hotel Desor in Kaza and Kinner Camps in Nako. So I'm an asthmatic and I was very scared to do this trip, and I had serious concerns about staying in Chandradal base camp. But because we took a couple of stops, like we took a stop in Shimla, in Kalpa, and we again took a stop in Nako before we entered Kaza, we were pretty comfortable. We kept ourselves well hydrated, and this is definitely a very strong tip to stay well hydrated. One tends to get dehydrated really easily because in low oxygen level conditions, you're breathing faster, exhaling a lot of water vapors, and your body is generally working extra hard to keep the temperatures high. Another suggestion that I would make is to keep your ears covered even if it is not cold, because you really don't realize when you start feeling a little sick. I personally believe that you should pack for all seasons. You should definitely have waterproof shoes. There may be instances when you will need to jump out into a puddle of water. You should also keep some full sleeves cotton leggings and cotton t-shirts to lay yourself in the daytime when comparatively it is nice and warm. You should definitely have warm woolens and jackets to keep you warm in the evenings and the night. And most definitely have a wind cheater and a scarf or a bandana, because it generally gets very windy and you should keep your ears covered. As Kaza is the only place where you will have a hospital, pack a well thought through first aid kit for this trip. For people who are traveling from Shimla, should keep in mind that the last petrol pump before Kaza falls in Rekong-Pio. So you may want to get your petrol tanks filled in Rekong-Pio. Also, there is only one ATM in Kaza, which most of the time may work, may not work, and may have cash, may not have cash. So for this particular trip, you should have cash in hand. The only network which works in the valley is that of the BSNL, that also very sporadically. So there will be areas where you will not have any connectivity whatsoever. So to get the perfect view of Chandradal Lake, try reaching there in the afternoons when the skies are clear, and that is when you get the most amazing view of the lake. So with this, I hope guys I've answered most of your questions. If you still have more, do let me know. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. And I will see you very soon. Thank you.